Hey guys, welcome to Small Talk with Tiny podcast. I'm super excited to have my panel guests back in a new studio.
Yes.
Special guest we have today,
Hey.
Mr. Bello,
Yes,
your
sir.
Man's in Them live podcast host.
You feel me?
What's going on?
Not
Happy
much.
to
Your
be
Man's in them live, Bello. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Your Man's in them live. 1/5 of Your Man's in them live. We five. It's five of us all together.
Mhm.
And yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, so just fun fact, when I was starting my podcast journey, Bello let me go on his podcast with Your Man's in Them Live, and I super appreciated that. That was a dope
Killed it.
experience.
Killed it.
Nah, she got
I
it.
think one of they real clips, I think my real clip did the most, right?
Viral.
Went viral. They
shit
was
went
coming
viral.
for me crazy
That
on
shit
there.
went viral, yeah.
But,
we had to shut that shit down, though.
they
Niggas
was-
was coming for in the
they
chat,
was
in the
coming-
comments.
Always.
Yeah,
We
they
had to
was coming at
come.
me crazy.
I think, was it you in the chat?
Yeah, Liv,
you-
Liv was
Liv, you were in the chat, right? And you were
She
like-
pulled up.
Nah, but she was like, she was on some like, yeah, but make sure you join Small Talk with Tiny. Like she was
Yeah.
plugging it in.
Always.
Yeah, like they went
She was killing
crazy
it.
on me, but it was a dope experience. So,
sure.
you know, I super appreciate that. So I'm excited to have you here. And you also rap.
I do, yeah. I
You
make
also
music.
rap?
Yep. I go by Bello. I have one project out now. It's on iTunes. It's called BLTN, Better Late Than Never. And then I have new music on the way. I drop freestyles here and there.
Yeah,
Yep.
I liked Better Late Than Never. I actually like listened to that on my way to work. And
I
stuff.
appreciate
Fun
that. Thank
fact.
you. Thank you. Appreciate
But
it.
yeah, you know, talented. You know, so how's everybody feeling?
I'm tired.
You know, we gotta do a check-in.
I'm tired. You know, life is lifing, but you know, we alive.
Is it?
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, life is definitely lifing. I feel like we're all at such a unique point in our lives where it's just like, yo, we getting hit with every
That's a
single
fact.
thing possible
Uppercut.
all at the
That's a
same
fact.
time. And
They-
it's like
Gut
we're
checks.
navigating through it.
Yep.
Yeah, one thing that changed from last episode to now was I have officially entered the 30 club.
Hey, clap it up,
welcome.
clap it up.
It's about time.
Clap it up.
I'm like 3 weeks in. I'm 3 weeks in, and it's been a ride.
How them knees feeling?
What? My neck. We went to the movies yesterday. We went to go see Creed.
This girl was snoring in the
Yo.
No way.
only person
No
snoring.
way.
I'm like, yo,
Nah, not
people
snoring.
looking back like,
Creed
yo.
wasn't
Wait,
even
there
that
was
long.
someone who was snoring when I went to go see Creed too.
Yes, I was. As soon as I got there, I got comfortable. First of all, I told them they got the 10 o'clock show. Like,
Oh,
I
nah,
can't
they
get,
wildin'.
You see, like
On a Saturday though,
Yeah.
we can't go
Nah,
to 10
if,
o'clock.
if
o'clock
the
is
movie
crazy.
ain't 8, 9ish, 9,
nine at
All right.
at
You're
latest.
you're pushing it.
10 is pushing it because it didn't even start till 10:30.
Because movies now is like 2.5, almost 3 hours.
Creed was short though. Creed was like,
Yeah, Creed
It wasn't
that's
that
what
long.
I said. Creed
Short.
wasn't long, so
Nah,
you could fall
yeah.
asleep.
I fell asleep.
you must have fell asleep.
But
first
10 o'clock
5
is
minutes.
crazy though. We could all agree with that.
10 o'clock is
Because
doable.
it didn't start till 10:30.
Did you work that day?
No.
No.
Yeah, ain't no excuse. I tried to have your back.
I was tired. I'm 30 now. So,
Yo, that's the excuse for everything. I'm 30 now.
30.
so I think like for me, I like, if I'm being honest, I feel like I'm having like a freaking midlife crisis. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm 30. I think it's different for females versus guys. So
Okay.
let me say that.
No, I
'Cause
think
It might be the
it's,
same.
it's,
It might be
it's
the
on us
same.
too.
It
It's
might
on
be
us
the
too.
same, but for me, it's like so many things started happening. Like, damn, and like I think we're all the same here. None of us have kids yet. None
Oh,
of
you
us
don't got no
are-
kids, bro?
Nah, no kids.
You don't got no kids
yet?
None of us are married yet. So it's like, damn, like, you know, pushing 30 and I'm like, shit. I'm like, you know, questioning myself and stuff. So this is just like natural stuff that was coming up. You know, like your career, all of these things. So
All right, did you put your career before anything, before your family and everything like that?
I guess so. Not on purpose.
Okay, so it just
What
happened
about
like
you,
that.
Liv?
What about y'all?
Yeah. I put my career before my relationship.
I know I did.
Yeah.
But
and you know, it's hard for me to say like if I made the right choice or not because I'm still like dealing with that. But I will say that I feel more fulfilled being able to do that. You know, like making sure that I'm setting myself up for success.
Right.
Before like my partner, you know?
Mhm.
I have to live with
so
it too.
let me ask you, because I feel like the same way too, but I think things have changed like with our generation and stuff. But like as men, do y'all feel intimidated by like a woman that has a career and like she's like put that up first and she's coming to the table and she's headstrong and she's independent? Does that make you feel like
I wouldn't say it's intimidating. For me, it's motivating.
okay.
You know, that mean you gotta come just as high. She set the bar or the standard, so you know you gotta come correct because ain't no half stepping. That's a queen. So you be like, all right,
Okay.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Nah, that's just a little bit intimidating.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And to me, because I think it's like you said, it's you got to meet her at her level, and you feel me? You got to provide, you got to take care. So it's like, if you know she up here and you know you ain't get your shit together yet, it is a little intimidating. Like, you got to come correct. So,
But that's why you can't waste a female time.
exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. And I'm learning that now, especially, when we get to the 30, if you're dealing with the 30-year-old women, you can't play around because they ready for the shit.
I'm telling
Like,
you.
they ready for it now. So
we don't have no time for the game.
yeah,
That's
that's
no
why you got to
half
get them
stepping.
young. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I'm joking.
But I feel like
I'm
some men
joking.
feel like that. They prefer, like, let me get a younger joint that's like, because the pressure's on now. Because you got an older joint, she's ready. Like, I know me as 30, like, there's certain things I'm just like
Not dealing with.
I'm not
Yeah.
dealing with that. I feel like I don't have time now. You know
But
what I'm saying?
men feel the same way to a certain extent. It's just like, if you hit me with some, I'm not dealing with that. If you hit me with some BS, dub.
So what's a now as a 30-year-old man, kind of, you're establishing something in your career. So what's a deal breaker for you dating? Like an ultimate deal breaker.
I would say just like bad energy or catching that, like you having a bad attitude for the simplest thing. That's a turnoff because who want to deal with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say trust. I say if you don't trust me, and why are you looking at me like that?
Communication is key too.
That's a deal breaker for me. Like, if
Okay.
you don't trust me to lead, if you don't trust me to
Okay.
that's a deal breaker for me.
Well, what are you doing to make me feel comfortable to trust you?
That's what I'm supposed to be showing you.
Okay.
You feel
Off
me?
rip.
I'm supposed to be showing you that. But here's my thing. I feel like if you don't trust me to lead you, if you don't trust me and trust where I'm going, then it's not gonna work out.
Okay. So
I think-
you feel like just walking in, I should just be trusted?
No, I should show you that.
Okay.
I should show you that. And it's all about action. It's all about communication, like you said. It's all about, all of that.
What about you, Liv? What's a deal breaker for you?
I'm still establishing what are deal breakers for me. I think one that is certain, and I know I probably sound like a broken record when I say this shit.
We know
Damn,
we ready now.
Therapy.
I cannot. Yo,
Lean
I'm so
forward.
sorry. I'm so sorry, but yo,
Wait, what is it?
So Bello, I know you don't know this, but like I started therapy probably about a year ago, and
Okay.
it's made like a drastic impact on me
Okay.
to the point that I can't stop talking about it. Right? Like I'm always promoting therapy. Go to therapy.
Like Charlemagne.
Yeah. So one of my deal breakers is I can no longer date a man that is unwilling to go to therapy. Like that, if that's something that's off the table for you, I can't take you serious.
Really? That's interesting.
How do you feel about
Even if
going
he's
to
not fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you feel about going to therapy? Have you ever been to therapy?
I go to therapy now, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
Crazy.
As a Leo man,
As a
I'm
Leo
proud
man.
to
Hey, yo,
hear
chill.
that.
You wildin'.
What's going on?
Let me-
wildin'.
Yo,
Let
I
me
never
What
would have
Leo
thought.
hurt you?
I actually, let me tell you something. I've actually never dated a Leo man in my life.
So how you
But
got
I
so
know
much to
enough.
say about Leos?
I know
Come on.
enough Leos to know I probably would never date a Leo.
I mean, it makes a little sense because we are hard-headed. We like doing our own shit, like going our own way.
Yes, and I
Speak,
think
King.
I
You feel
think
me?
so
Speak, King.
just for the record, they're both Leos. But I think I was telling DB this when we were chilling the other day. I think that you guys are very self-serving individuals.
Yes. But
Self-serve.
with us serving ourselves, we get to serve you better.
Preach.
You feel me?
Yeah. So
Okay.
But to answer your
I'm-
question about therapy,
And we love the hardest. Because one thing with Leos, we super loyal. And we got your back 110%.
that's a fact. That's a fact. He not lying. That's a fact.
I hear it.
I'm mad we here like say something. we over here like what, say
Let off
something.
the cliff.
I'm a water sign, so I can't.
Fire signs.
I'm a water sign.
Don't
Water
mix-
and fire don't
don't
go.
mix it.
That's why.
What are you?
I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, so you and Leo's mix. You like Leos.
Yeah, so that's why I'm silent. I don't have no
Have
Thank you, Liv.
Have you ever dated a Leo?
No, I never dated a Leo, but I have Leo friends.
Thank you,
And
Liv.
we're compatible. So
I have Leo
I'm not
friends,
to say bad about Leos.
No, I think you guys are just very. I don't think you're bad people. I think you're great providers and great like. What did Demi say? You guys are a prize. That's what he describes Leo.
This is what I said. I said the same way a female believes she's a prize.
Say woman.
Okay, the same way a woman.
A
I
female.
apologize. The same way a woman believes she's a prize, why can't a man feel like he's a prize as well? We an asset too.
I
Absolutely.
can agree with that to a certain extent.
Okay.
But I think
Say something. Say something.
like I said, I just feel like you guys are very self-serving. So here's the difference. Like I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces, right? 9 times out of 10, I'm usually thinking of the other person before myself. I don't feel like Leo's, and that's not a bad thing. I think sometimes it's admirable. Sometimes I wish I could put myself first.
Right.
But it's a lot of time I'm gonna think about you before I think about myself. I think with you guys, it's me first, and then I'll think about you. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I can't. I mean, I could say I'm selfish. I can't lie. I do have selfish tendencies. I can't lie.
But that's everybody, though. I feel like I'm selfish to a certain extent.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Tiny says I have main character syndrome.
You definitely do.
She says she calls me a narcissist.
He's a
on the daily.
Yeah.
Ooh, Leos definitely have
narcissistic.
character.
Now, Game, I'll ask you. Do you feel like you have any type of narcissistic traits in you?
I don't think so. I just think we know our value to anything we walk into.
Yeah.
That was a narcissistic answer. I'm joking. Because I know both of you guys. I know both of you guys on the friend level. Drew's most definitely most main character syndrome, definitely. But I don't think a demon's really like that.
He knows his worth. That's all.
I guess.
Wow.
But how's your therapy journey been since you started? Is this your first time in therapy?
Yeah. I started it last year, October, and I don't know if it's working, to be honest.
It's because you're a narcissist, so it's a little bit challenging.
No,
maybe.
Are you really a narcissist?
No, don't listen to
They're
that.
just putting that.
No, because nobody else say that except for
else says
for
that?
Tiny. No,
Okay,
that's it.
I disagree.
But nah, I think you know why I say I don't think I was going about it the right way. I think I did it, and I started to realize about halfway through that you have to do it with intent. So like you can't just sit in the sessions and talk to the dude and expect shit to go good.
Right.
Like now I'm taking notes. I'm reviewing the notes afterwards. It's so much shit that you got to do for it to like start sticking. And now the one thing I could say about it that I got was that I'm more self-aware now. So like when I do things, I'm like, oh, I'm doing that again. You feel me? Let me chill out. Or if I'm getting into my, my not emotions, but like if I'm about to overreact, I'll be like, oh, let me chill out. You feel me? So that's the biggest thing for me.
Okay, that's dope.
Or do you go to therapy?
I never been.
No.
Are you open? Yeah, we looking at.
Wait, y'all spoke about it last episode.
Yeah,
right?
I'm open to it though. I'm more receptive to it.
We speak about this like a reoccurring thing. Because I like to promote that because I think it's important. Especially like with our culture, like and things that we've been through. I think that it's very important, especially like men. A lot of men don't go to therapy, and I think you guys need it the most.
I think it's for a reason though. I think.
What is the reason you think?
Men showing their emotions have never been really that beneficial to us externally, like on the outside, like dealing with people. Like if I was emotional, right? Let's say we was in a situation, I just started crying or like I just started, getting real antsy. How would you look at me?
Be like, yo, what's going?
Like I'm a bitch, right? You be like, what's up with this nigga?
Yeah.
It's like men don't have the privilege of just.
That's
right.
Shit. Yeah. That's so.
How do y'all feel about men who be in their feelings?
Well, now that I'm older, I definitely look at it differently. So it depends. I think it needs to be like a balance. So like you said, I wouldn't want to be outside and my nigga just start crying and it's like, what's going on?
It's not just crying. What if your nigga just start flipping out, like blacking on people?
Yeah,
right.
That's another thing. So not to get like too personal, but like I've been in like I've experienced like a DV relationship before, and
what?
DV, that's domestic violence.
Okay.
Just reflecting back on that, I just think about, it's like, damn, yeah, like that person needed therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're keeping everything bottled in, and then you feel comfortable to take it out on your partner. And there's so many different levels to DV, right? It's like emotional, physical, but like Liv said, it's like something as minor as like, I don't know, we're having a situation, you just black out out of nowhere, and it's like, where did that come from? Like maybe if you went to therapy and you like handled that, like we would be able
more
to
aware.
Where he at? We need to pull up on him. I don't like that.
I'll take care of that.
Why? I'll make a call.
So yeah, like, and that's something I do at some point want to talk more openly about, because I think those conversations are important, and this is why that's another reason why I feel like promoting therapy for men is important too, because people need to do that. You know what I mean? Because you have all this trauma, and that leads me to the next thing I was talking about. Me and Liv actually were speaking about this yesterday, about like how important healing before you're like dating, especially at this big age, right? We 30. We done been through it all, right? Like it feels like
we ain't been through it all.
We got a lot left.
We got a lot left. But it's safe to say at 30, we've all experienced some form of trauma in the dating world, childhood, whatever, family. And family, exactly. So how important is it to like really heal, go to therapy before you start dating now at 30. Because now, like you said, you want somebody that comes and trusts you. At 30, I've been through mad shit. So for me to just come and openly trust you, dating you, that's kind of hard.
See, that's another thing. But we could talk about that afterwards. But yeah, healing before the relationship. I think healing is a lifelong process. And I think
I agree.
Sometimes people put it, I have to be healed, fully healed before I get into a relationship. I don't think I think you should have the intentions and you should actively be working on yourself. But as far as like a relationship, it's gonna come. So you heal while you're in the relationship. And you just find the person that work. I can't see Liv. It's bothering me. I want to see her.
But my feet not gonna touch the floor.
But yeah, that's my answer.
I agree with that to a certain extent. I feel like I agree with what you said. Like, I think a lot of people kind of promote, like, you need to be fully healed before you get in a relationship. And I don't necessarily think that's true, right? Because I think, like you said, healing is a long process. But I do think you need to have done some self-work before entering in and kind of be self-aware of, you know, what I'm bringing. So I think, like, now, I started therapy probably this was my second time starting therapy. Back in October, I started again. And I'm learning so much about myself. So now when I date other people, I'm conscious of it. You know, and I'm learning different tools how to deal with it. So I think it's important. So should I like necessarily be dating? Maybe not. But I'm starting my healing journey, and I think that makes a difference. Right. What do you think, Kathleen? Like,
I mean, healing is just like life. It's a never ending learning process. You know, you're gonna have your ups and downs. And I'm pretty sure when you do get in a relationship, you gotta work on yourself first, and then once you in a relationship, you'll realize, okay, I'm doing that again. I shouldn't take that out on this partner. Exactly.
People. Like, you can do the work by yourself, but when you're with someone else, your flaws come out differently.
Yes, that's so true.
And then we all got angels, we all got demons. Nobody's perfect. So, like I said, it's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to work on yourself in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Blind spots. They let you see your blind spots. Relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
That's dope. That's dope.
You'll never know until you in one.
I know.
You know?
What about you, Liv? What you think?
I wanna kind of do a snippet of what we were talking about yesterday. So the reason why this came up is because we were watching Married at First Sight, right? And I feel like the theme, what I take away from all of those dating shows, like Love is Blind, you know.
Have you ever watched those shows?
No,
never.
But you know the concept.
I know,
of it.
I know. I've seen too many women who watch them.
It's like you try to find your forever person on these shows, right? And I feel the theme that I take away with all of them, like no matter how perfect, or you know, if you're like arranged with someone or matched with someone, right? No matter how perfect you guys are together, that relationship will never succeed unless you come to the table with some form of healing. I feel like the dynamics with those relationships, and it's true to real life, right? Like the dynamics with those is that you're always going to be the demise of your relationship unless you work on yourself, right? You could have the perfect person. Like, this is you and this person could be married for the rest of your life. This is your person. And you're going to fuck up that relationship because you're fucking, what is it? You just said you trust. I can't fucking trust. And like, you know?
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. And I definitely think, like you said, being in different relationships, I know that happened with me because I was so like damaged and I never went to therapy at the time. And I jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship, right? Because you're trying to fill this void. And then that's when I started to realize at some point, I'm like, hey, I'm a little toxic, right? Like, I'm a little bit toxic, a little bit, right? And you start realizing shit about yourself. And I'm like, and like Liv said, you're kind of sabotaging the relationship because you haven't checked yourself and healed. It's not always the other person per se, right?
Yeah.
So, I definitely agree with that. So.
Sometimes two fucked up people are the perfect fit.
On some Krishan and Blueface?
Yeah, they belong with each other. Don't stand at the dating pool with y'all bullshit. Keep that over there. Y'all perfect with each other.
Facts.
How do y'all feel about that? Like seeing stuff like Krishan, Blueface?
I think it's all just an act. I think, they know what people want to see. They know what brings in the attention, and they do. I don't even pay them no attention.
No mind.
I don't pay no mind. I be seeing that
I don't got time
Twitter
for that.
now.
Like,
I be like, the whole Twitter thing, they be like, people
that shit
you
is
don't
annoying
follow.
to me. Like,
I see, like, it's just toxic. I don't like that it's promoted, though. I don't like that it's promoted because it's young people.
These social media platforms, they do it because they're getting the views, they getting the likes, so they know what they're doing. They trying to keep their platform going.
They pushing that, sure.
But it's just like, how...
And I seen, like I said, I just go through my feed sometime and I seen she pregnant. Like, why would you even want to bring a child into that situation?
Yo, I don't want to make this episode about Krishan and Blueface, but what I will say is that, and it's not just her, because she represents a demographic of women that goes unseen, right? Hello. No. but it's so many people, especially in our communities, that be dealing with that shit where you were brought up in extremely toxic environments. That's all you know, and you don't see the problem with it. So you'll recreate that cycle again because you don't see the flaw in it.
Yep.
And then bring up another baby and do the cycle all over again. It's like the craziest
Hamster
thing.
wheel.
Yeah, it's just like a revolving door. So I think it's definitely important for sure to like heal.
They were saying, did she come from like a good background or something like that? No, she
no.
Didn't? Okay.
She's from Baltimore, so you know that city was like drug infested up until
Baltimore.
recently. So both her parents were on drugs, and then her dad beat her mom for years. Her mom stayed. I'd be psychoanalyzing.
I know all this.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd be psychoanalyzing people. I feel like the reason that she is also abusive to Blueface is because a part of her resents her mom for not standing up for herself to her dad. So she puts hands on him to like, this is what my mom should have done, you know?
That's deep.
That was a good.
I be watching, you know.
That was a good.
She be sitting there like this, like just watching them. Just
like
I
that.
see why you did that. Okay.
But I
got the breakdown.
Right.
It's just, but you always hear that, right? People that like, if you're a witness to DV, you sometimes, like you react the same thing. Like when you think of, and not to bring up like Chris Brown and stuff, but like his mom, he said his mom used to get abused, and then like he ended up, even though I don't think whatever, but I think that, like we were saying, that's why it's important to talk about those things, because I know for me, it was like similar, right? Like I experienced like some type of DV when I started a new relationship with someone who wasn't abusive. I'm abusive now. So it's like, what? Like, what are you doing? They looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, why are you putting hands on me? Like,
the abusee becomes the abuser.
Yeah, because and it's like I had to check myself, like, but this is what I'm used to, right? So now you look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, wait a second, maybe I am, like, because you're not dealing with that trauma. It's almost like fight or flight kind of thing. So yeah, definitely think that's something that people need to heal and do all those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, healing's important. But you mentioned earlier, you were saying that getting up to 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying how much shit you dealt with, right? I'll ask you, since you the only other dude in the room, Dean. But some guys say they don't like dealing with women who are 30 and up, or like older than a certain age, because they feel like they done been through all that shit, all that trauma, and it's hard for you to actually break in and have them love you the way you want to be loved. What do y'all think about that? Do you feel like that trauma that you went to makes you a better woman, or do you feel like it hinders you a little bit?
For me,
I was asking Dean. I don't know why I put it to her. But I was saying, do you feel like it hinders a relationship with a girl? Do you feel like it makes them wiser?
I mean, I'm gonna speak from a man perspective. It all depends on the type of man you are, honestly. Because I feel like if you're a good man, if you're well raised and well mannered and things like that, the way you are is kind of gonna rub off on her.
I agree.
So she'll know how to, like, I wouldn't want to say adjust, but she'll know how to, like, come correct and, like, know how to, like, talk to you and, like, you know what, he's a good man, I shouldn't do that, or I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
And like I said,
he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. That's a good man.
For me, I always kind of dated women older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know. I mean, like,
you said, what was that about?
What's that about? Yeah.
My stepmom is like 5 years older than my dad, and my grandma is like 12 years older than my grandfather. I don't know. It's probably genetic. I don't know.
Do you feel like it just naturally happens, or you tend to like older women?
I don't know. I've heard I give off like an older vibe.
Okay.
Maybe. That's good.
I don't know.
What about you, Liv?
What was the question again from the female perspective?
I was saying, do you feel more wiser now from everything that you went through from then till now?
I wouldn't say wiser. I definitely feel like my traumas have hindered me to some degree within my relationships. And this is why I'm going to therapy. This is one of the main reasons why I'm going to therapy, because I'm tired of going through the same cycle and not being able to identify why. I realize now it's because of my traumas, and now it's a matter of working on those things so that the next time that I do date, I don't have to go through that repetition again.
Right.
Yeah. And congrats to that. Shout out to that.
Yeah, shout out to you.
That's dope.
Working
A lot of people don't do that.
Facts.
So, I think very
She said, yeah. You know.
very similar to Liv. I feel like I'd be lying if I said I don't think like, I'm conscious of like, damn, like we spoke about this on the Ratchet episode of the podcast. Like, I don't know.
Ratchet? What happened?
I had a Ratchet episode.
What happened? Nah, which episode was that?
Oh, wait till you see that.
I had an episode. I think you saw it, Drew. It was Ratchet. But one of the guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just say I was not here.
DB's like my fake work manager. You don't know. He's like real strict.
Here.
But anyway, on the episode, one of the guys asked me like, I felt like he was coming for me because he's like, you 30 and you don't got no kids. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm conscious of that.
That was crazy.
Right? So I'm like,
you was like, that's a flaw?
yeah. I'm like, damn. Like, so do other men look at me like that? It's like, before it was like, I felt like, yeah, I don't got no kids. I don't got no baggage.
Like, it's a flex.
Yeah, it's a flex.
Yeah.
Now I feel like, damn, niggas I'm getting to the age where it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why you don't got no kids? Like, she must be crazy, or like, what's wrong with her? So I'd be lying if I said that doesn't play in my. I don't want to come off like I know exactly. Like I said, being 30, I went through shit. I have emotional baggage,
right.
So I'm conscious of it because of therapy. I'm conscious of it, and I'm like, but I want to not come off to men like, oh, like, is she crazy, or like, what's wrong with her? Like, I'm conscious of it, and it's like not a fear, but I think about it. Like, I'm like, damn, I don't want to look crazy.
Right.
Like, now the older I get, I'm like entering closer to 30, mid 35. I still don't got no kids. I still don't got nobody. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, how do y'all look at me?
I know. I want one in like the next 2 or 3.
Okay.
Me too, but
because I don't want to be that old dad where I can't like be with my son. Like,
well, that's why you got to take care of your physical health, which you do. You go to the gym.
But 33, 34, not bad.
I'm a product of older parents. So
your dad's 80, right?
My dad is 80. Did I say that on the episode? I feel like mad people be saying like, I can't believe your dad's 80. My dad is 80. Yes. So I have a brother that's like 53, 54. Wow. I have a DC Young Fly would say like a grandpop brother, like a granddad brother.
Crazy.
So yeah, my parents had me much older. My mom was 39 and my dad was like 51 when they had me. So as a kid with older parents, I know the pros and cons, right? So that's another thing that plays in my brain too. Because I'm like, damn, I know what it's like having older parents, right? My dad is 80. It's a blessing he's still here, but it's like, most people don't make it to 80.
Back.
You know what I'm saying? But he's Haitian.
But I was about to say, he Haitian.
Haitian.
Haitian?
No, I'm mixed. So my dad is from St. Thomas.
Okay.
My mom is from St. Kitts and Nevis, and my grandparents from Antigua.
They speak French over there, right? In St. Thomas.
We all speak English.
Okay.
St. Kitts don't speak. I thought St. Kitts.
No, we all speak English.
Okay.
I mean, we got our own little words and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Bello's Haitian too, my Haitian brother.
Okay.
So
She's actually Haitian. I still don't believe it. I still don't
my
believe
dad is 100% Haitian.
I thought Tiny was Puerto Rican first time.
My mother is Puerter Rican and my father is Haitian.
Okay.
So, shout out. What is it? Sapase.
Oh, Lord.
So his cousin, like, just like we went on vacation, me and his cousins and stuff, and they all Haitian, and they taught me some Creole. Yeah. So I be carrying it with me.
You gotta go though. You gotta go and experience.
I'm trying to go with Drew and his family.
Me too. I don't know when.
So I'm trying to go.
It ain't too good over there right now.
I'm trying to go with some natives when I do go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I know the pros and cons, and it's like that having older parents also puts the pressure of like being 30 and not having kids. Because then it's like my dad's like, you got to give me a grandson, and I'm looking at him like,
I'm my mom's only child.
Oh yeah, so it's a lot of pressure.
Oh,
Yeah, when you gonna bring me a grandbaby?
You're the only child?
On my mom's side.
Yeah.
I have a sister, but I didn't grow up with her. Yeah.
Me too.
Listen,
on my mom's side.
I know
you know what I'm saying.
I know you're hearing it.
The more my cousins have kids, or I go to a baby shower or something, she just be like,
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's like a lot of pressure.
It ain't no pressure for me. I tell my mom, I say, listen, would you rather me have a baby when I'm not ready and I'm over here, Mom, can you watch my kid again? Or would you rather me, you feel me, like have it when I'm ready?
Exactly.
And things are coming into place. She don't understand. She just want a baby.
She don't understand. I want my kid in a comfortable home, stable home, in a house. I got plans. She's like, oh, just bring them.
Come on in.
The same thing. But I commend you guys because not a lot of guys are like that. How many guys have a million baby mothers, 3 kids, and
I learn from other people's experience, and I'll be like,
course.
you know what, I don't want that. And like I said, my parents have been together my whole life, so I know what I want and what I don't want, and not happening.
Yeah, for sure. Same here. But like from a woman's perspective, for me, if I always say if I was a guy, I wouldn't feel as pressured. I'd be like, because I feel like y'all could pop kids whenever.
We can.
Females, it's like. Fuck. So at 35, I have 48 hours to meet somebody, get married, do all this stuff. So I feel like the pressure because it's like I can't. Now I'm a high risk pregnancy if I'm 36 or 37. So I definitely feel that pressure as a woman, as a man,
sure.
as a man.
You think that'll make you settle? Are you single as well? Mm-hmm. You think that'll make you settle? Like the fear of like, damn, I gotta get this over with.
Yeah. I pray to God that I don't because I feel like damn, I waited this long. So it's like I don't want to just do it with anybody,
right.
But I do fear that. I don't like want to go in and settle in, but I know like the closer I get and the older I get and like my parents get older and the more, like I feel like damn, I'm scared. Am I just gonna settle with any fuck? Because I could have did that at 21 if that was the case,
right.
Like so. I don't know. I just pray a lot. I pray to God for my husband out there. Hopefully, Now,
let me know if I'm asking too much right now. Do you date? Are you dating?
I'm dating. Yes.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going.
Okay.
It's going. It's
Is it good? Is it like you making nice
going,
guys?
Drew.
All
I mean,
right.
Bella.
All right.
It's fucking
she called me Drew. I got it.
It's fucking going. It's fucking piss water in the dating pool. It's piss water in the dating pool. I hate it here.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's going.
What's your experience with dating, if you don't mind talking about it?
So I broke up. I got out of a long-term relationship last year, and I recognized that immediately after the relationship, I was just not in a place to date. And now I recognize even more I'm not in a place to date, and only because I'm still finding myself. I'm at this pivotal age where my 20s was spent making sure that other people were good, and now I can recognize that no one was making sure that I was good, so I'm being that person for myself. And because I'm pouring all of that energy, resources into myself, it's like I cannot fathom dating right now. I can't think of like pouring into a man or like investing in a relationship.
You don't got it to give.
I just don't. I don't.
Yeah. And it's hard. What about for you guys? What about for you guys?
Huh?
How's dating?
Listen, man. I want honesty.
Of course.
Yeah. What is it like dating Demi?
It's a vibe, but I'm not really. You know what it is?
Yeah,
let me take it. I'm not. I'm dating, but I'm not dating. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, if I'll go out to dinner or something like that, but I'm so focused on what I want and where I'm going that I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. Because like you don't know, but like they know, and like people that see this know. Like I'm trying to get out of New York and move down south and
Establish yourself.
Establish with myself.
Now you gonna get your New York chick or you gonna get your down south chick?
You better off getting a girl down south.
Yeah,
because it's two different happy endings.
It's not even that. I just feel like whenever it's gonna happen in God's timing. I'm just trying to stay on my purpose. And when it happens, it's gonna happen, But that's the main reason why. Like I said, I'm not gonna waste nobody's time here if I know my heart not here.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
And like I said, with the whole 30 theme, like I want to say, because I turned 30 last year, so like 28 and 29 was like 2 of my best years because I established myself. I got like certain things I wanted off my checklist and things of that nature, and then now I've been 30 like 7 months now. And now it's just like God is not humbling me because, I'm always humble and things of that nature. But now it's like God, he was like, all right, I gave you what you wanted them 2 years. So now you just got to be patient. And I feel like he's making me restore my faith.
Yo, it's crazy. Like that's like my similar story.
Leo.
But not my fault. Go ahead.
Now it's like he's making me restore my faith. It's like, all right, I gave you what you want, but now are you gonna be patient for what you want next?
Yeah.
So now I gotta really just
that's fine.
stay on
Same
course
thing with you.
Same exact thing. Except for the last 2 years, it's been like the last 6 years. I feel like I've been like progressively getting better, and then 30 was like, oh shit, like I got hit. So
Yeah.
I just feel like, similar story.
I'm getting hit now.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good about
Similar
30
story,
now.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. Like when we speak about the dating thing, I forgot where I heard. I think my therapist actually said this. She said the people you date is a reflection of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Right?
That's the people you hang out with too.
That's very,
in a sense,
very true. But for me, like hearing that line, like made me look at myself in a completely different light too. Right? Because I'm like, I complain about the men I'm dating, but it's it's like really like what I think of myself. So I was actually talking about this. I don't know if it was with you or with Steph or something. I was talking about like when I was, I say when I turned 30, I was like, all right, I want to date this kind of man. He's like has a career and he's not a hood nigga and he's not this and he's not a baby dad because baby daddies love me for some strange reason. I don't know why. And
baby mamas love us too.
I'm trying to get away from the fucking baby daddies, and I'm like, they fucking love me. So I'm like, I want a man with no kids and all of this stuff. And then like, there's times where I actually have been presented with it with a man that's established and all, and I don't feel comfortable. I feel like, damn, he probably look at me like I don't got my shit together the way, like I didn't feel prepared. So those are things I'm working on in therapy, because that's why. So that's why dating has been really weird for me, because it's like I say I want this kind of man and a husband, but am I really ready to receive that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just being conscious of that. I know.
What does that look like, being ready to receive that? Like you talking about financially?
I guess I feel like relationships is everything, right? It's not just financials, but yeah,
Okay.
I think that too. Financials. I want to be able, whatever I want, I want to be able to mimic that. So I want a guy that has his own plates, a car, a career. I need to be able to mimic that. Emotionally intelligent, financially responsible, right? I got to mimic that. So I have like some areas I need to grow in.
And that's likewise.
I was gonna ask you.
If you want that, he should want that too.
Right.
So you look for the same qualities in yourself and the women you date?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
finances, that gotta be.
Of course,
Okay.
because you ain't gonna munch off me. If you're my wife, that's different. But I feel like women now they so independent that you don't want somebody. You want two hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want somebody that's just gonna do all the work, because then you're gonna be tired of your damn self.
Yeah. So what's one takeaway to wrap it up? What's one takeaway? Like now everybody's 30 here. So
30. That's what we've been saying.
30. This is the thing. This is the thing, because I just entered. So I'm new here. And I'm trying to embrace it. New studio, 30.
You feel me?
My goals for 30, I want to wrap it with that. My takeaway and my goals for 30. I want my podcast to take off.
Yes.
I want health, prosperity, everything I want for myself to come to fruition. I want my friends to be great. My best friend's about to buy a house. I'm super excited for her.
Hey.
God willing, before 31, she'll be in her house, or by 31 in God's timing. Me moving out.
Y'all come
New
to my
York.
house.
I'm leaving New York too. We all leaving New York.
We out of here.
You leaving New York?
We out of here.
Yeah, hopefully.
Where you going?
I don't know. I think God, ever since I entered 30, God's been throwing mad wrecking bulls at me. So I don't know.
Not wrecking balls.
Yes, he's trying to take me out. Like I'm the strongest soldier. I did not sign up for the strong team this year round, but I guess whatever. I got elected.
That's funny.
But yeah, same thing with Bello, your podcast, rap career. I hope you get married in the next year.
Wow. What? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I want to see you settle down.
I doubt it. I got a lot of work to
She
do.
didn't even say a relationship.
Word. They
She said
married.
married.
Yes, I
crazy.
want to see you settle down. I want that for you. But yeah.
I want that for myself too. Not this year or next year.
Yeah, 30 is kind of young. I want to go to more weddings. That's my goal for 30. I want my friends to get married.
I mean, my man he about to buy a crib down south. That's like weddings come like right after.
Yeah.
Everybody telling me that.
That's
They're
a
like,
fact.
yo,
It's
they're
true.
like, yo, when you get your transfer, you gonna buy a house.
Yeah.
You gonna meet a wife. You gonna get a wife. You gonna have your family.
You from New
You
York?
gonna do this,
You got
gonna
no
do that.
kids? You from
I'm
New
like-
York, 30?
I'm like,
You in the
nah.
prize.
You gonna have to have like
You the
know.
fucking prize. You a fucking prize. So yeah, I hope that. What is your takeaways for 30s to wrap it up? Goals.
takeaway. I definitely want to get clear on my purpose. I feel like this year has been like an avenue for like I get to see which avenues I want to go down, and stack my bread, get clear on my purpose, and just work on myself. I'm staying away from the relationships and the dating.
It'll
shit.
come.
Okay.
It'll come with everything else.
But yeah,
I mean, what I was about to say, I would say with 30, it's all about, like he said, finding your purpose. And I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say, you know, you just gotta follow your heart, man.
Yeah,
That's
deep
it.
shit.
I'm learning to simplify things. Don't make stuff so too complicated.
Trust your gut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your intuition.
Yep.
Because God ain't bring you this far for no reason.
Amen. I needed to hear that.
That's a
I
fact.
needed to hear
That's
that.
Preaching.
What about you, Livy?
I continue to pray that for the next 9 years, this decade, God continues to grant me a peace of mind. I've been praying for that heavily as of late, and give me the wisdom to retain the blessings that He's granting me.
That was beautifully said.
Beautifully said.
Beautifully
Like
said.
one thing about Liv, when she speaks, it's like I feel like it's worth hearing everything.
It
she
looks like
says.
you getting it from the source itself. Like,
Yeah.
Plans,
That's
everything,
coming
the
Very
light,
powerful.
everything.
Yeah.
That's coming from
You know, so and my goal is too, because I know, and I think about this, you know, because everybody's moving, going different places. I always felt like our chemistry was always like dope. So I'm definitely like, damn, well, my podcast was gonna happen if we all go different places. I really be thinking
No,
about
we
that.
just do it wherever. Because people been hitting me up
How
like,
we
yo,
gonna
when you
do
move,
that?
you bringing a podcast?
How we gonna do that, DB?
It'll happen.
happen.
It's gonna have so. I do appreciate you guys being a part of that. I just want to
course.
put that enter and 30 and just start. You know, because I started this. It's almost been a year now. Maybe I started
August.
August. So
It's getting there.
you know,
It's moving quick too.
I was
your
excited.
podcast is a Leo.
Yes.
And the last thing, and the last thing I do want to shout out before we end it. I was talking to you guys about this. This is one of my best friends' clothing line. He's actually Haitian.
Hey, saca fête, saca passé.
Leducer. So actually Hove, Jay-Z, your favorite rapper,
Yes.
living legend, actually purchased this hoodie. So
Hey.
we
That's
waiting for
fire.
him to
Fire.
Let me get that.
I usually it's great quality though. Like seriously, like I get so many compliments. This is like one of my best
92,
friends.
my year.
One of
The
my
best year
he's
ever.
You
actually
feel me?
he's not a Leo, no. But you know,
Best year ever,
one of my
92.
bestest friends from college, and I watched him start this from the bottom up, and I'm very excited for
Dope.
him. Black owned, great quality. I wear his clothes all the time. I'm just too hot to put it on right now, but yeah. So I just wanted to shout that out. And one of my other friends, she's a fashion designer. She makes bags too.
Okay.
Yvette Rowe, super dope.
What's the name of that one?
Yvette Rowe. It's cute, right?
Nice.
I get so many compliments on this bag.
No, that's
But
nice.
yeah, she makes this from scratch. So yeah, you know, all Black owned, Hispanic owned. So I did want to shout that out, and I want to thank you guys for coming.
Of course.
Always.
You could be anywhere in the world, and you guys are here with me, and that means so much to me. You know, and shout out again to your Mans and Them
out
Live.
to
That's one of
Mans
my
and Them Live.
favorite, my favorite podcasts.
I gotta check it out now.
Yeah.
I got
You know?
I'm saying,
You should actually have
we gonna
DB
link.
come
Of course,
as a
yeah.
guest.
Pull up.
I'm down.
He's Mr. Podcast.
Before you leave.
Of course.
And that's